The movie opens with a narrator explaining the unusual rules of a unique planet governed by dual gravity. On this planet, two worlds float so close to each other that they block out each other's skies. From the viewpoint of the people below, those on the upper world appear to be hanging upside down. Each inhabitant is influenced only by the gravity of their own planet, making travel between the two impossible, as their native gravity constantly pulls them back. 3 core laws define how this world functions. First, all objects and people are affected solely by the gravity of the world they originate from. Second, the weight of any object can be counterbalanced by a special substance from the opposite world, known as inverse matter. And third, when matter from one world remains in contact with inverse matter for too long, it begins to burn after a few hours. The 2 planets are referred to as up top and down below. Up top is advanced, wealthy, and modern. In stark contrast, down below is poor, lacking development, and heavily exploited. The rich world takes crude oil from down below at cheap rates and sells electricity back at inflated prices, thriving off the other's resources. Any contact between individuals from opposite worlds is strictly forbidden. Breaking this law could result in harsh punishment, including imprisonment or even death. The only legal interaction allowed between both worlds occurs at the Transworld headquarters, a towering building that connects both planets. People from up top can visit down below for entertainment, like dancing on the ceiling. But the people of down below don't get to enjoy such luxury. The narrator of this tale is a young boy named Adam, a resident of down below. Years earlier, he lost both his parents in a factory explosion owned by Transworld, which devastated half the city. Since then, Adam has lived in an orphanage and only sees his great-aunt Becky on weekends. Adam's greatest joys are his fascination with flying and his aunt's special pancakes. One day, while visiting Becky, she reveals her secret to making flying pancakes: pollen from pink bees. These bees are rare and collect nectar from flowers on both worlds, only found on the Sage Mountain. She shows Adam an old book about the bees' mysteries and promises to pass it on to him someday. Becky later sends Adam to collect pollen from the mountain. That trip changes everything. He climbs higher than ever and catches a clear view of up top. With a paper plane in hand, he tosses it skyward, and it lands in up top. A girl picks it up. They lock eyes and smile. That girl is Eden, and their friendship begins that day. Years pass. Adam grows into a charming teen, and his bond with Eden has only deepened since that magical encounter. Since their first encounter, Adam and Eden have met at the same mountain spot every day. On this particular day, Adam waits eagerly once again. When Eden arrives, he uses the second gravity law to pull her down by attaching a weighted rope to her body. They enjoy a playful run through the woods, Adam making sure Eden stays grounded. But the fun is short-lived when they hear gunshots. They race back to the hilltop. As Adam tries to send Eden back up, the guards open fire. A bullet hits Adam, and he loses his grip on the rope. Eden crashes onto up top, hitting her head violently. Adam watches helplessly as she lies still, bleeding. The guards arrest him, separate him from Aunt Becky, and burn her house down. 10 years later, Adam is an adult working at a local mechanic shop owned by Albert. He's been trying to create an anti-aging cream using bee pollen that briefly defies gravity. But the formula is unstable and needs advanced equipment only available in up top. One day, Adam is stunned to see Eden on a TV program. Alive and working at Transworld, hope floods back. He decides to get a job at Transworld not just for the equipment, but also to find Eden. On his first day at Transworld, Adam is captivated by the unique building. It has separate floors marked with plus signs for up-top employees and minus signs for those from down below. Adam is placed on floor 0, the only level shared by both worlds. The director welcomes him and lays out the strict rules. He emphasizes how rare it is for someone from down below to land such a position. But he also warns Adam that stealing inverse matter from up top would lead to termination and imprisonment. A co-worker discreetly gives Adam a piece of inverse matter, warning him to refrigerate it to avoid it burning out. After his shift, Adam returns to Albert's, who's furious about Adam joining Transworld. Albert believes people from up top are dangerous, but Adam convinces him that he needs to take the risk. Meanwhile, Eden attends group therapy sessions. It's revealed she has amnesia and remembers nothing from before her accident, including Adam. Hoping to reconnect, Adam asks a Transworld colleague named Bob to introduce him to Eden. Bob agrees. Later that evening, Adam, Albert, and their friend Pablo meet. Pablo questions Adam's intentions and wonders if chasing a forgotten love is truly worth the danger. Pablo fears Eden may no longer want anything to do with Adam, especially after so many years. But Adam believes it's all worth the risk. He's determined to see her again. The next day, he gifts Bob some rare down-below stamps to thank him for his help. Adam then immerses himself in perfecting the anti-aging face cream. A few days later, he demonstrates the formula to the up-top board by applying it to a dog, which results in a noticeable facelift. The board is impressed but tells him they need the effect to last longer. Encouraged, Adam puts in extra hours at the office. That night, once the office is empty, Adam climbs onto a piece of equipment and secretly uses Bob's phone to call the up-top receptionist. Pretending to be Bob, he schedules a meeting with Eden. Back at Albert's shop, the team constructs a weighted suit made entirely of inverse matter to allow Adam to walk on the ceiling like someone from up top. However, due to gravity's third rule, the suit begins to burn after extended use on the opposite planet. Still, Adam is determined. The following day, Adam changes into the suit inside a private office room and disguises himself as an up-top employee. Once the inverse weighted shoes are on, his body's weight is offset, allowing him to walk upright on the ceiling. He hurries to the floor where Eden works and is thrilled to see her, but to his dismay, she doesn't recognize him. Her co-worker tells Adam that Eden suffers from amnesia and remembers nothing from before her accident. Adam claims he came to show her the face cream, hoping to jog her memory by talking about their childhood. But Eden only laughs, finding him odd. Suddenly, his suit begins to overheat and burn. Adam rushes to the restroom to cool down with water. When he pees, the liquid falls upward, triggering a smoke detector. Alarms go off and security chases him. He barely escapes. That night, Pablo and Albert tend to his burns, though Pablo still doubts Eden is worth all the trouble. The next day at work, another alarm sounds. A list of terminated employees is announced. Bob's name is among them. After the others leave, Bob and Adam have a brief, heartfelt chat. Adam expresses regret, but Bob isn't bitter. Before leaving, Bob hands over his ID and keycard, giving Adam the chance to visit up top freely. Later, Adam gets a call on Bob's phone. It's Eden. She wonders why Bob never returned and says she wants to meet again. Adam is ecstatic and agrees to meet her at a restaurant. Wearing the suit once more and using Bob's credentials, he exits Transworld and enters up top for the first time. The sight of the city amazes him. At the restaurant, Adam tries to get Eden to remember their past. She's initially uncomfortable and starts to leave, but Adam persuades her to stay. They talk for a while before his shoes begin burning again. The two leave the restaurant, agreeing to meet again the next day. As his shoes catch fire, Adam jumps into a nearby sea. The suit's weight causes him to fall through the water back to down below. He returns home soaked and catches a cold. That night, Eden dreams about Adam and their past. Eden slowly begins to regain her lost memories. The following day, Adam finalizes his face cream formula and presents it to the board in a large auditorium. He demonstrates it by applying the cream to an elderly woman sitting next to him. Instantly, her face appears visibly lifted, and the board applauds enthusiastically. Just then, Eden walks in and is shocked to see Adam, realizing he's from down below. She calls him Bob in front of everyone. Adam calmly corrects her, saying his name is Adam. Confused and flustered, Eden quickly leaves the room. After the meeting, Adam rushes upstairs in his suit, desperate to find Eden. He searches frantically but is too late. She has already exited the building. When he tries to use Bob's ID to follow her, the card no longer works since Bob was fired. Now that his identity is exposed, Adam runs as guards begin chasing him. He escapes but is stranded without a way back home. In need of help, he heads to Bob's place. Bob is surprised but welcomes him warmly. As Adam rests on the ceiling, Bob gives him a new suit that won't burn, even with long exposure to inverse matter. Adam then shares his secret with Bob, a pink pollen that, when mixed with liquids from both worlds, creates a floating compound that resists gravity. Bob worries Transworld could exploit it, but Adam reveals he never shared the secret ingredient, meaning they can't recreate the cream. With the new suit on, Adam returns to the restaurant where he last met Eden. This time, she's happy to see him. She tells him her memories of their childhood are coming back. The two finally kiss. Suddenly, border agents arrive, and they're forced to separate. Adam runs again and somehow makes it back down below. His daring escape becomes headline news. He climbs Sage Mountain and waits. Eden eventually joins him. They float in midair and kiss, but soldiers soon appear. In the chaos, Eden is captured while Adam falls. Thankfully, the suit cushions his fall into a tree, sparing him injury. As he wanders the streets of down below, Adam is abducted by two men. They demand the cream's formula in exchange for Eden's freedom. When he refuses, they throw him out of the car. Adam assumes he's lost her forever and goes back to his regular life. Meanwhile, Bob has been experimenting with Adam's formula and finds it can reverse gravity. This means people from up top could visit down below. The next day, Eden shows up at Bob's place, asking for help. Later, while Adam is in Albert's shop, Bob floats in. Literally. He's using Adam's formula and no longer needs any suit. He also reveals he bought the patent for the face cream before Transworld could. With a smirk, he tells Adam he has a date. Eden finds Adam and shares big news. She's pregnant, which gives her the unique ability to exist in both worlds. Years pass. Skyscrapers now stand tall on both sides, and children from both worlds play together, proving the two worlds have finally united.